Okay, so we have the team behind Killing Myself. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what your role was within the film?
I'm Lewis Findlay. I'm the writer, director, and I also star in Killing Myself.
I'm Fenning and I'm the director of photography.
Okay, talk to us about where and how all this came together, why, etc.
As you know, making a film comes with many challenges and financial constraints, I guess. And I wanted to work on something that I had access to and not have to worry about assembling a huge crew and a huge cast. So Zach and I spoke about getting another film together, getting another film made, and I came up with this short idea that I guess could be expanded into a feature somehow one day. And I made the brave decision to play both characters. Originally, it was just going to be me acting along myself and having to remember Henry 1 and 2's lines. But as I was prepping, I found it quite difficult because also at the same time I'm directing. So I've then got to remember notes from a directing point of view, Henry 1, then Henry 2. And then Zach and I actually did a little screen test like a week before shooting, and we actually realised it might be nice to have just the shoulder, the back of the neck of someone in frame, just to make it a little bit more realistic. And so we reached out to an Essex-based actor called Wilson James who came along, and then he was able to read in opposite me, which was quite nice.
And how long did you actually take to shoot the film?
We basically shot everything in one day, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't think we were shooting for that long. We were kind of rushing for the light a little bit.
Yeah.
It's only a few hours.
And did you have anywhere specifically you wanted to shoot this, or was it almost like, oh, pull up there, let's go for that?
So originally I thought it was going to be that way. I had scouted a couple of local locations and I sent them to Zach, and he was just like, we're not going to film there. Zach actually knew a place which actually worked out really well and lended itself to the project. The environment almost became like a character of its own. Yeah, the only issue was all the dog walkers really. But they were really good and supportive. They just went the other way. I think when people just see a camera rolling, a couple of guys in the woods on one Sunday evening, they sort of walk the other way, so we're quite blessed.
Yeah. It is hard though, isn't it? I think a lot of those people, they do instantly turn away, but I always wonder whether it's through fear of being caught on camera or whether it's the disturbance that they're creating in whatever it is that you're doing. Technically, what do you think was the most difficult aspect of the shoot?
I think it was probably that dealing with two of Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause one is enough. But
It's so true, I annoy myself.
yeah, we're definitely having two of you there and making sure that Wilson, your double, was actually looking like the back of your head, which is quite a distinct back of the head. And then we had this one shot where it's both of you there.
I'm so sorry, he's absolutely done me.
But yeah, that wide shot where we see both Lewises in the scene,
Yeah.
just making sure everything stayed where it was and while we weren't slipping over on the leaves and the wet ground. So I'm convinced I was going to kick the camera and move it all. Yeah, I think that was probably the most technically difficult, to make sure that all worked, and then getting out all the lights and the microphones in post, because they were fully in the shot in every scene.
Yeah, and I think for you as well, it was working with the natural daylight as well, wasn't it? Because we didn't shoot in order, did we? We actually worked backwards.
Yeah, the order changed a little bit. So where normally the film or the day would progress, we were kind of going against it and with it sometimes. And we had these lights here. We had exactly these type of lights, just giving a little bit of additional heat on the face, which was nice. But we had to go, oh no, the sun's come out, it's gone away again, it's gone out, it's come away. Just fighting against that a bit and waiting for the right lighting.
Lewis, would you direct yourself again?
Yeah, I would, because I like doing both. I'm a creative person. It's how I've learned and got by in life. Life's short, so just learn new skills every day. So yeah, I'm actually directing myself again.
Okay.
And most of my films I direct myself, because when I started out trying to pursue an acting career, no one gave me a chance because I came from like a parkour and freewheeling background, so I didn't have any material. The only acting I had was on stage. And so just me and my friends started making some material for myself to put out there, and that's how I managed to get an agent, just by producing my own work, and I've continued to stick with that formula ever since.
You mentioned parkour, which triggered me when you mentioned it to me earlier on. Tell us what it is that attracted you to parkour. Is it the danger, the fear? What is it? How's the mindset in that?
Probably up until 2 years ago, I didn't know I had ADHD. So
Right.
as you can see now, I can't sit still, and it was just I've tried many different things growing up, and I got bored very quickly, especially if I couldn't like do it there and then. I was a bit of a perfectionist, I guess. Zach will agree. I probably still am. And through parkour, I managed just to slow down my brain a little bit and actually focus, because if you mess up, you're going to injure yourself, and lucky enough I never did. So yeah, it was just for me, focus, clearing my mind, and I just loved throwing myself off buildings and jumping on concrete.
Hence the name Killing Myself.
Yeah, hence the name Killing Myself.
And yeah, I mean that's another aspect. Do you think, so in terms of running time, because it's quite short and sweet, did you always intend on creating something that short that, you know, delivered what you were aiming? Did you ever consider like expanding upon, or you know, what was the thought process behind that?
Yeah, I think what we did, we achieved. So I just think with the way that media is going now, everything is reels. No one's got time to watch things for like 30 minutes. I feel like, you know, with second screen media as well, I just wanted to get in and out, deliver a punch, and get my audience like hooked in. And I guess the title is like a play on words as well. And at the beginning, when you see Henry 1 on the phone talking to his family, you think it's going to be, I'm trying to say without giving too much away, but you think it's going to be one film, and obviously you find out very quickly it's something completely different, isn't it? So yeah, it was just, I guess, a tactical move to try and hook in my audience quickly. If we could find money somehow and make a feature somehow, or a series, that would be great. But yeah, I didn't think we would go much. I didn't think the runtime would be much more than what you see.
What's next?
Well, for me, like I said, I'm directing myself again. I'm always writing. I'm currently in the process of making a detective film, hence the silly moustache I'm growing, which has driven my wife absolutely mad. She threatens to divorce me. So yeah, and I'm directing, manning the camera, lighting, and acting in it by myself, which has been a challenge, especially with a kid, and trying to get in those shots before the family come home from work. It's been a lot of fun though. I've learned a lot about myself and where I need to improve, etc. And then hoping to do another short film soon with someone. Zach and I are going to make something again, and then I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to make my second feature.
So Zach, not only working with two versions of the same guy, you're then putting yourself through it again, yeah?
Yeah, pretty constantly. Although you're coming out of this one, there's no camera. It's you doing everything, all the camera work and the editing and everything, which is insanely impressive. I would not take that on. That's a lot. So Lewis has got a lot of, not just little skills, but he must handle the pressure in a crazy way.
I mean, I think it's similar to what I said about Killing Myself, was we wanted to work with, not be limited by budget and a crew and a cast, and so I just thought, well, rather than pester Zach, why don't I just get on with it? I've got all the gear at home, just get on with it, have fun.
Do you have any directors that inspire you?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan, and I think coming from like an acting background / director, Stallone, which inspired me to sort of make my first feature boxing film. I love the Safdie brothers. I think they're pretty sick. Yeah.
How about you? What inspirations for yourself? So?
Well, I'm more on the visual side, so I just get taken in by beautiful shots. As for directors, I think the whole everyone behind the camera does such amazing work, and the director takes all the credit for it. No offense, but I think all the crew on these massive films do amazing things. They're also inspirational.
Yeah, just coming off what Zach said, I wouldn't be here without him, and also my granddad in the audience who ran me to every audition and film set growing up.
Excellent. Do we have any questions for our team here? Oh, hang on, one at the front.
Would it be handy to actually have a clone of yourself when doing your movies?
Maybe in the distant future, you never know what Elon Musk is going to do next, but I don't think it would be good for my wife or Zach's mental health.
It would be a nightmare for me.
There's no Dave's in a box for you then, no?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, listen, thank you very much for taking the time to bring your film to us and for showing it this afternoon. Let's give these chaps a big round of applause.
Thank you very much.